Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Hello, thanks for checking in. My name is Christian Pedersen here in the San Diego Prep Insider headquarters. Do we have a treat for you tonight? The basketball finals are here. Divisions 4 through 1, all the champions are being crowned at the Jenny Craig Pavilion. So without further ado, let's check out the highlights. Game 1 of the day, Mission Vista taking on Brawley. A couple of high-seeded teams ready to go at it. First team to strike, Mission Vista. Kyle Oblon, 3! Why not have our first score of the night be a 3? Tyler Jones, he'll keep it going. Mission Vista jumping out to a huge lead early. Cade Twyman in on the action, but it was his brother Burke who was going all sorts of crazy tonight. Burke, big shot there. Moments later, from the corner, buckets! Why not? Going now second half, Brawley starting to get a little bit of fire. Kyle Kelton, deep 3. Moments later, Isaiah Bustamante, Brawley trying to pull close. But as I said, Burke Twyman having himself a game, spotting up jumpers like it's nobody's business. Tyler Jones backing his man up. Mission Vista, it's a W. They're the champions. First title in school history. Throw up those ones, kids. Your numero uno. Let's hear from Burke and some coaches after the game.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great just to be able to start from the bottom to a school that's almost brand new, playing varsity 4 years as a freshman, almost losing every game, and then coming my senior year and winning a CIF championship. It's undescribable. And on top of that, I got to share that moment with my brother. He's a freshman, so being able to share that with him is just crazy on top of it. So
I'm excited for the kids. I'm excited for big man here. He gave me an opportunity to come in and join the long road, and it was a long road to championship, and we made it.
I love it. I'm excited. You know, I'm also at the school too, so just going back to the school and having all the appreciation of all the students and the staff, this is huge. You know, it was so much when we were coming down here that they were telling us about the history of the school. And yeah, the school is still in its infancy, but, you know, we want to leave a lasting mark.
Now to the D3 final we go. Madison in the light, taking on Bonita Vista in the dark. How about we get our first score of the night from Madison from the speeding bullet that is Terrell Carter. Blink, and you'll miss this kid's buckets. What a slam. Jace Rivera throwing up the spot jumpers. Big man can score. You know who else can score is Quentin Harrison. Doesn't have to look pretty to be effective, though. John Young, though, he can look pretty. Whoa, what a touch. This game going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, but then a Toa Fox. He's pumped, draws the foul. More from Fox later. Manuel Robles now, though. That's a 3. Madison back on top, but not before Anthony Mendoza. Back and forth, as I said, we go now second half. Time for Bonita Vista offense to start shining. Fox, great setup for Arthur Anthony. Coming back down the court, Fox, great setup for Anthony Mendoza for the 3. Fans, they love it, they're going crazy. Fox, this time doesn't need the assist because he can score. You know he loves it. Quentin Harrison, he'll get one more to add to Bonita Vista's lead as they take the championship. Boys, hoist those ones. You're the champions. Let's talk to some of the Barons after the game.
How's it feel? Yes, it is. It feels great. You know, it's been 16 years, 17 years since it happened, and you know, I'm just so glad and so thrilled that we're able to do this for the school and the community. You know, we worked so hard at it, and you know, it's paid off.
Great, man. It's truly a blessing. I mean, it feels like satisfying. I mean, it's not over yet. Still have state and everything, but truly a big accomplishment.
Now on to the Battle of La Jolla. The Vikings, they've been here a couple times before. The Tories, not so much. You know who's been hungry for getting here, though, is Bruce Edwards. Why not have the senior score in the first buckets of the game? La Jolla, though, they were looking hot early on. Nick Hamill, spot up 3. Then Eddie Parker, speed to the basket. La Jolla looking good, but getting matched. Ryan Langborg needed an extra stamp to mail that one in. Deep three. Reed Farley, though, going just shot for shot with the best of them. Big players come out for big games. Daniel McCall helping pitch in. Later, Eric Petrovsky, the bigs were working down low for La Jolla. We go now, second half, La Jolla up 10. Josiah Esselstrom, he'll bring him back in, that's a three. Then Bruce, he can do it from deep. Getting the friendly bounce, the senior. Everything going right for him tonight. Langborg dishes, Cho scores. Deep three. But La Jolla not to be outdone. McCall, bucket, foul. Can we say seniors coming out for the big bright lights? Bruce Edwards, the block, coast to coast, all expenses paid trip. Why not? Throw in one more for good measure, a taste from the future to come for Country Day. Ryan Langborg, as these boys are champions for the first time in school history. Congratulations to Coach Meyer and the Tories. Let's hear from some of them.
It's what I imagined even more. It's pretty incredible to be able to play in front of all these people. It's huge gym, the big lights. It's pretty awesome.
We were the best at that moment. You know, I think we're the best at the 6 o'clock game. We're excited to be moving on in state. I'm especially excited about our senior Bruce and his chance of getting it. You know, the freshmen are going to have a ton of opportunities. You know, the juniors have another year, but this was it for Bruce, and so it was, you know, do it or go home, and this was it for him. And he obviously showed, I think, in that second half that he did not want it to end.
How's it feel?
I'm just grateful. I got great teammates, great coaching staff who put me in the right positions. I know my teammates are going to be there when I needed them. And it's a team effort. We won together as a family, so I'm grateful.
Our last game of the night, the Division I championships. The big boys, El Camino, Kearney, going at it. Luke Arvidsson, he came to play. Hot soup for the kid. Robbie Robinson, he also came to play. He's been hungry for this all season long, feeling like they have something to prove here. Jalen Flanagan could be the future, but is not now. Gianni Ortiz, he's in the now. Kearney's offense, they're in the now. Kearney just firing on all cylinders. Joseph Davis, buckets. Later, Ortiz back to the inside. What a score. Then have you seen Dakota Brown do something like this before? Oh! Crosses him up, and the score. Woo! AI can't do that. George Ramirez, he's got the speed. We go second half. El Camino putting up some firepower here. Arvidsson again. Flanagan again. Pulling within 12, looking like they might have it on a comeback, but nah. Dakota Brown to Perry Davis. Then Dakota Brown getting by with little help from his friends. Robbie Robinson, successful combination. Then corners, buckets, daggers, Kearney, Comets, champions. I'm eating a whole big slice of humble pie on this one, boys. Congratulations, Comets. Let's hear from some of them after the game.
It feels great. We were called silver in the beginning of the season. Now we're playing team ball, and this is what it pays off. The hard work pays off.
I'm speechless. That's how it feels. Like, I'm still in disbelief just because it's so, like, I know the hard work we put in, and it's amazing how it's finally here. We finally did it, and now we're just getting ready for state. That's all I'm thinking about right now. State. I want that ring for sure.
It feels good. Like, I know we're the best. We just had to prove ourselves, you know. We were underrated, basically the underdog, but we came out and did our thing.
I'm on cloud 9, so it still hasn't hit me, but I'm just proud for these guys. These guys have worked hard so much in the season. They weren't given their due credit. You know, we had to earn everything. We worked our way up the 15 freeway, Westview, then we went to Escondido, then we took a turn on 78 West, we beat San Marcos, and then we went to the 5 and beat El Camino, so we're going our way to LA.